Did you know that terrified look on Hans Gruber's face as he falls from Nakatomi Plaza is 100% real? The stunt crew promised to drop actor Alan Rickman on the count of 3, but secretly let him go on 1 just to catch his genuine reaction. But that's not even the craziest thing that happened on set. From permanent injuries to a massive list of Hollywood legends who refused the main role. But before we dive in, hit like and subscribe if you love mind-blowing movie facts. Released in July 15, 1988, the movie follows Bruce Willis as John McClane, a cynical, street-smart New York City cop who flies to Los Angeles on Christmas Eve to reconcile with his estranged wife, Holly. He meets her at a high-end holiday party inside the Nakatomi Plaza, a sleek 40-story skyscraper. The festivities are abruptly cut short when a highly organized group of terrorists, led by the brilliant and charismatic Alan Rickman as Hans Gruber, seizes the building. They cut the phone lines, take the partygoers hostage, and systematically lock down the tower. Here are the 5 amazing facts you didn't know about this iconic action film. Fact 1. Frank Sinatra was offered the role first. Die Hard is based on Roderick Thorpe's 1979 novel Nothing Lasts Forever, a sequel to his book The Detective. Because Frank Sinatra starred in the 1968 film adaptation of The Detective, Fox was contractually obligated to offer him the sequel role first. He turned it down at age 73. While Bruce Willis was far from the top choice. Before Willis, the role of John McClane was turned down by a massive list of Hollywood heavyweights, including Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Clint Eastwood, Harrison Ford, Robert De Niro, and Richard Gere. Fact 2. Willis was hidden from the early posters. At the time, Bruce Willis was primarily known as a comedic TV actor from the show Moonlighting. The studio was so unsure of his action star power that initial theatrical posters focused entirely on Nakatomi Plaza, leaving Willis's face off the print until the movie proved to be a box office hit. Fact 3. The title changes worldwide. The title Die Hard is one of the most iconic in action movie history, but it wasn't the original name of the story, and its meaning changed entirely across international borders. Internationally, the title Die Hard didn't translate well. In Russia, it was released as A Hard Nut to Crack. In Poland, it was called The Glass Trap, and in Spain, it premiered as Crystal Jungle. The movie is based on a 1979 thriller novel by Roderick Thorpe called Nothing Lasts Forever. When 20th Century Fox and producer Lawrence Gordon started developing the movie, they immediately wanted to change the title. Gordon felt that Nothing Lasts Forever sounded way too much like a romance novel or a soap opera rather than a gritty, high-octane action flick. They wanted something short, punchy, and aggressive, so they end up with the Die Hard. Fact 4. Bruce Willis suffered permanent hearing loss. Director John McTiernan was determined to make Die Hard 1988 stand out from other 80s action movies by making the gunfire feel incredibly raw and concussive. To get those massive, blinding muzzle flashes, the production used custom, extra-loud blank cartridges that were packed with significantly more gunpowder than a standard movie blank. During the scene where McClane shoots a terrorist from underneath a table, the gun was so close to Willis's head that the noise caused permanent partial hearing loss in his left ear. Fact 5. The famous falling drop reaction was real. For Hans Gruber's iconic death scene, Alan Rickman was supposed to drop 40 feet onto an airbag on a count of 3. To get a genuinely terrified reaction, the stunt crew dropped him on 1 instead. The shock on his face in the final cut is 100% real. The stunt coordinator had secretly told the crew to release the mechanism on 1 instead of 3. Rickman was visibly annoyed afterward, but he couldn't argue with how perfect the shot turned out. Which of these facts shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments if you loved this deep dive movie facts.